Matthew Collins.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, I'm just going to put that there so I can keep an eye on the time. Thank you. So, hi. My name is Matthew, and I'm a xyrophobic. Sorry, better explain that one. That means I'm afraid of razors. I must apologise to anyone in the room who suffers from pogonophobia, which is fear of beards. And after saying xyrophobia and pogonophobia, I must also apologise to anyone suffering from helenologophobia, which is the fear of scientific terminology. After that, it would be wrong not to apologise to anyone suffering from a fear of long words, which of course is hippopotamonstrosis squipedaliophobia. There is actually a phobia called phobophobia, which is the fear of phobias. To anyone suffering from that, all I can say is, you have nothing to fear. But fear itself. Oh dear, it's a long way to go for a groaner like that one. But those are just a couple of phobias that I can sort of weave a sort of a narrative through. The ones that I could fit into that hilarious piece of well-crafted wordplay. You know, I mean, there's loads of them out there. There's arachibutyrophobia, which is the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth and suffocating you. Or my own personal favourite, anatodeaphobia, which is the fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you. 100% true. So, can you guess what I studied? No idea. You're not even going to go with phobias. It's not. It's computer science. No, I studied computer science. I did a PhD in computer science, but I didn't enjoy it. I did a PhD in computer vision. It's a very person profiling in CCTV and things like that. And I really didn't enjoy it. I had a lot of moral objections to my work. It's very eyes for Skynet. You know, it's a form of artificial intelligence where computers know what they're looking at and analysing people and their behaviours and things. I really didn't enjoy it. I fell out with people over it. But it's only pattern recognition in terms of artificial intelligence. Computers, there are high-profile scientists that have raised concerns about genuine artificial intelligence. If we were to achieve true artificial intelligence, where computers can actually think for themselves, then there'd be a risk that computers could start progressing at a rate faster than humanity and take us over and things like that. There's genuine concerns with that. There's certain high-profile scientists have raised those concerns. Stephen Hawking has raised those concerns. At least we think Stephen Hawking has raised those concerns. There is a possibility that Stephen Hawking's voice box has become self-aware and is trying to throw us off the scent. But I didn't enjoy my PhD. I struggled with it. But what I did get out of it, I now teach. I lecture in computer science at Queen's University in Belfast. And I absolutely love teaching. Teaching is great. But the thing about teaching, you can study a lot of different types of subjects. That's kind of why I wanted you to guess, because ultimately I went into computer science. I went down this mathsy, sciencey route, where there's a definitive right and wrong answer. Left brain versus right brain. You can do those mathsy, sciencey subjects where there's a very right and wrong answer. You know exactly what you need to do to get an A, or you can do the more arts and English lit subjective subjects where you write an essay and try and argue your point. And I was pretty good at both. I became a computer scientist, and as a computer scientist, I spend an awful lot of time on the internet. There's more than porn on the internet, by the way. No, there is. There's lists of phobias as well. But no, I was pretty good at English as well. And I always wondered, what would have happened if I'd studied English lit or something like that. I was pretty good, Would I have still done a PhD? Would I have enjoyed it more? I'm not sure, But have you ever driven with a sat-nav? When you drive with a sat-nav and you've programmed in your route and you know where you're going to go, and then for some reason you deviate from that route, the sat-nav will interject. It'll say, no. Recalculating, and it'll work out how to get you back on track. Now, I have a feeling, folks, that had I gone down like an English literature route or something like that, I have a feeling that we might have ended up with something that I am going to call Macbeth. Okay? Macbeth. It's a sat-nav situation. William Shakespeare's Macbeth is a fantastic play. It's a Scottish play. We're here in Scotland. It's appropriate, But it's a play full of many, many great quotes. When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? Well, what you can do there, of course, is you can take a Venn diagram. Thunder, lightning, and rain. And you take a weather prediction for the week ahead. Now, bad news for you folks. It's going to rain tomorrow. That's we're in Scotland. We're used to it. That's kind of understandable. It gets worse though because on Sunday we've got lightning. It's lightning and no thunder for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But there it is. The answer is Tuesday. It's next Tuesday. Tuesday's when the weekend. But what are the other ones? You've got if Burnham Wood travels to Dunsinane Hill, you know, well, if Burnham Wood travels to Dunsinane Hill at a speed of 45 miles per hour, you know, because that's basically a DTS calculation, you know, distance over time multiplied by speed, you know, it's very, because they're genuine places here in Scotland, you know, you can look them up. And I did. 16.5 miles, you can do it in 34 minutes apparently. Well, those are driving directions, trees don't drive, you know. But, they do walking directions as well. So it's 5 hours, 24 minutes apparently. But no, my favourite quote from William Shakespeare's Macbeth is, "I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wade no more, returning would be as tedious as go war." I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go war. Now what was happening in the play at this point was Macbeth used to be in a position of nobility and grace. He was a well-respected, best friend of the king, everybody loved him, everybody thought he was great. But through sheer greed and lust for power, he started slaughtering all around him. He started killing left, right and centre. He was bathed in blood. You know, he became a monster in people's eyes. He lost that respect. He was never going to get it back. He might as well just keep going. He might as well just keep killing. You know, it was as much effort to keep killing as it was to get the respect back. You know, I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go more. But in the context of Macbeth, I am in blood, stepped in so far, that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Given a pool of blood, here represented by a cone of radius 5 meters and apex 7. Now, we're going to go with an oblique cone of angle 135 degrees because it's a little bit more interesting. So there's your cone. Now, maybe a cone is not the best representation for a pool of blood. So what we'll do is we'll truncate it there at a ratio of 6 to 1. So what you've got there is a truncated cone. As we all know, a truncated cone is called, that's right, a frustrum. Okay, so we've got the frustrum, we can turn it upside down like that, we can invert it, there's your pool of blood. So, if Macbeth enters from the shallow end, at what point is he stepped in so far that should he wade no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er? Now, what you got to do, of course, is you take an isometric projection of the frustrum, you end up with a trapezoid, it looks a little bit like that. You're looking for the perpendicular height there, and then you can basically work out the area you're flying. Now, you need to get the perpendicular height, so what you do is you take a cross-section of the cone. If you take a cross-section of the cone, what is that? Except a triangle. What is a triangle? Except the plotting of 3 points in 2D Euclidean space, so you can label that thunder, lightning, and rain. 135 degrees, 5, 5, 7, 6 to 1 ratio. What you got there, of course, is 2 concurrent triangles, and as we all know, concurrent triangles, corresponding angles are equal, corresponding sides are proportional. So you know you can you're not really going me here, folks. No, I can see it. You know, I'm looking at you know, there is no art to see the mind's construction in the face. You know, that's right, folks. I tried to use another Macbeth quote to get out of that situation. But of course, I realise that the cross section of people that have studied both the geometry that I'm playing with here and the English literature, you know, it's quite a small subsection of society, you know. But and even within that, the ones that have studied Macbeth, it's even smaller again, you know. But Macbeth's the one I've read, you know. It's the one I'm most familiar with, you know. I haven't read Hamlet, you know. I've seen The Lion King, if that's any reason. The area of the circle of life is pi r squared. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you, Matthew Collins. Good luck.